Hi guys, welcome back to SwitchedOn Racing, and firstly apologies for the amount of time this next race has taken to get to. Just crazy busy with all sorts of reviews at the minute that are slowly trickling out onto the site, and a few more to go live this week. So let's have a look at, not at the finances, let's have a look at the standings. Race 6 of 6, 5 races, 5 wins, 168 points, and should be the championship wrapped up, I would imagine. My maths is terrible, so we'll probably assume that that's the championship. Certainly the championship for Jack White. Nobody's catching him. 60 odd or 50 odd points in front of Liam Lawson of MP Motorsport and his fellow countryman Alex Peroni just behind in third in the Campos racing car. So whatever happens, we're going on to Formula 2, but let's first have a quick check. Nothing outstanding that we need to do. Next year's car, we could pump some more money into that because we've got 3 million. So let's put another 2 million into the car for next season. See, we're getting a fairly decent car up to Challenger there, and let's continue the week and get on to the Monaco Grand Prix. So we've got some sponsorship coming to an end, so we've got free offers for our per race sponsor. 10 influence there, although it's a small upfront payment. 4 races will be something approaching 1.5 million, but the 10 influence points are nice, or half the influence points but more cash. I think we're going to go with La Paz Telecom, and they will be our new sponsor for our races, so another little influx of cash. Also those 10 influence points, and we need a, what's this one again, bonus sponsor. So let's have a quick look here. I think this one looks good. Gustavo Cruises. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. Gustavo Cruises. Sign on. Delivery on the front wing now. So La Paz gone on the intake above our head, and Gustavo Cruises onto the front wing. So that's okay. We've got headquarters being built, the design centre being built, so we'll leave that. Sponsors are being built. Supplier network is still in progress, the Taranto dockyard, so we can leave that. Let's crack on. We've got a dilemma. Tech billionaire Casey Richards has offered us unlimited access to his private jets for a whole year. However, he wants to be the Super X Platinum VIP paddock pass in return, but only the GMA can hand these out. So we use our influence. I think we'll do that. I think we'll spend some influence points to get Casey Richards access to the paddock, and we get 2 jets in return. You see at the bottom now. Influence points go down to 12, but we get +2 jets for our supplier network. That's fine. Always good to be friends with a billionaire. There you go, Roger. Loving that. So let's get on to this race weekend. See if we can make it 6 wins out of 6 and take the Drivers' Championship as well. So we need to take a race sponsor. We've been doing really well, so I think we will go with, let's take Sangyu again. Needs to be 2nd or above. But we're quite confident in the car and the drivers we've got at the moment. And here we are, the principality that is Monaco. And again, mentioned it last week, but this is actually the tempted to say licensed track, but it's certainly not unlicensed. They're using the name Monaco, and the layout of the track is very much the real Monaco layout. So, well, there we go. Jack White has already been crowned driver champ. So his qualifying session is all about the teams. Channel 6 News, nice little touch there to confirm Jack White as champion. So, with White securing the championship and also not interested in signing with us, we're going to concentrate on Beckman as much as we can this weekend. So we've got 13 skill points. Let's see if we can get his car up at the top of the grid. Could be really cool here and not even send Jack White out for qualifying. Let him sulk. The equivalent of when a star player in football doesn't want to sign a contract, you let him train with the kids. Could do that. Right, so we've run out of skill points and we didn't quite get the bonus, but we can certainly go out on the hyper soft tyres. Get a lap in. And check out some more updates after that. So we're just going to set Jack White's car up. Need a low card if we've got one. That's perfect. Oh, and that's even more perfect tough. That's the word. So lovely. We've spent all 4 cards. Hyper softs. Jack White goes out. Surely must be confident of sticking another pole position. Zooming on the Monaco track through the chicane. The tunnel's not modelled, but the rest of it is quite accurate. Up the hill. Beckman does stick it on pole. Good job, young man. Liam Lawson takes the pole position from Beckman, and Jack White down the 4th. It's quite surprising. So let's have a look at Beckman, see if we can get some bonus up. But a great opening lap from the youngster. Refreshed with another 13 points. And that's a big boost there. Only 2 points for that card. 1 point for that card. Can we get him up to a 0.25 second bonus? Looks like we're going to get there. We do get there. And we're going to get all 4 cards filled out as well. Great setup from Jocelyn Carrière, the new mechanic in the team. And he's working like a dream with David Beckman. Jack White, we've got to be questioning his motivation. You know, he knows he's leaving the team. He knows he's got the championship sewed up. I did toy with the idea, if you remember in the last video, actually replacing Jack White for this race, just due to the lack of interest in signing the contract. Disrespect he showed the team, but there we go. Managed to get all 4 cards in for Jack 2, so he can go out. Let's see. We're chasing Liam Lawson at 2 thousandths of a second for the pace. Beckman tangling with each other here. Probably should have set them out a bit delayed, but let's have a look. So Beckman sticks it on pole, and White improves to 2nd place. Great job again from the SwitchedOn drivers. That's what we like to see. We're going to sneak one more lap in, see if we can get that bonus up to ½ a second. Looks like we're going to do that on White's car. We're going to be hard pushed to get the 3/4 of a second. And yeah, we're going to call that right there. So White's last run. And we should be able to get Beckman up into that ½ a second bonus. And surely cement that pole position, which would be amazing for the 19-year-old. Now then, do we risk it? It's a big risk. If we hit a 9, we bust. Gonna go for it. And it's a 2. And that may just, it does push us into the 3/4 of a second bonus. Risk versus reward, and it paid off. There goes Beckman to secure pole position. Lawson now nearly ½ a second behind. Jack White in 2nd place. So let's look at the times. White goes fastest. Fastest again. White's going to stick it on pole with the last lap. Jack White nicks pole position from David Beckman, who has to be consoled with second place. Great effort from both drivers, and we finish nearly a full second in front of Liam Lawson, who takes third. But another superb qualifying session for Switched On Racing. Look at that. White and Beckman did so well, but in the end, 0.2 of a second back. And Liam Lawson in third. Yuki Sonda in fourth place, and then Francesco Devlin in fifth. Jury Vips not happy there. So great effort. We get the bonus. Jack White confirmed as champion. The team championship is up for grabs. And it's a front row lockout once again for Switched On Racing. You see Lawson, Sonda, Peroni there in sixth with his crazy hair. Okay. So, no rain forecast. 8% performance on super softs. Super softs will get us a long way there. I think, mind you, we've done so well getting Jack White off the line on the best tyre and then switching. So we're going to go with the Hypersoft. Going to give him a boost off the line, and these tactics have worked well so far. We're going to give him that 8% super soft bonus because we're going to stick him on that after the opening laps. Beckman's bonuses. So he's not really got much of a chance of anything. He's got medium tyre performance, which aren't used in this race, and he hasn't unlocked his second bonus yet. So we're going to improve the relationship with Jocelyn Carrière, his mechanic. That probably makes sense. We're going to try and run 2 ultra soft. Stick with that. So let's get this one underway. Looking for 5 lights. We're going to miss the start again. No, we're there. And White and Beckman off the line. White holds the lead. Beckman's coming back at him. His buildings in Monaco. And Lawson's through into second. Oh, what a tangle. Beckman dropping back, but it's White off the line first, as you'd expect. Let's try and get a decent camera angle. We'll have to go with this one. And Liam Lawson, fastest lap. Jack White burning through those tyres already. Beckman down into 5th and in traffic, down into 6th now. Down into 7th. He's actually 6th, sorry. He's crawling around this track. Speed this up a little bit. Jack White takes the fastest lap. He will be coming very, very shortly. Already burning through his fuel. Something about that. Here we go. We need a lead from White. Going to be making an early stop and taking a longer second run. Beckman here is on sort of half distance, so we need those tyres on about 50%, around about lap 11. But he is in traffic, and we may call to hit in early here. White pulling away 4 seconds. We'll bring him in for that switch to the super softs for the rest of this race, and it's going to be tight. We can maybe eke 15 laps out of those super softs. 15 laps remaining, so we may have to conserve tyres at some point. But what a lead he's already pulled out. 5 seconds almost. He's in the pits for his stop onto those super softs. Joins in second place. What an effort from Jack White. Tremendous season he's had. Beckman manages to get up into 4th now. His tyres probably will see him through to that 11 lap mark. 30% left of those. Meanwhile, Jack White at the front is closing down on Liam Lawson. 5.6 seconds behind at the moment, but he's pulling that lead in all the time. And Lawson has to pit for tyres. Beckman's asking for tyres, and at the 11th lap, looks like we can get one more lap out of them actually. Just have a look as we come up to the start-finish line. We're going to let him go one more lap. Let's get a push out of him. Oh, let's pit him in now. Have we left that too late? Let's hope not. So he swerves in. He does swerve in. We make the call just in time. Last split second, and Beckman rejoins in third. So White out in front. Lawson 12 seconds behind in second place, and then Beckman a further 10 or 11 seconds back from now. Jack White is absolutely burning through those super softs, and we forgot to bring him down to neutral. No wonder he's so far in front. So we're going to have to switch to a conserve strategy, because he is burnt through those tyres. Management mistake, took my eye off the ball. Just keep an eye on those lap times. We may be able to stick him back up to a medium pace. If that lead to Liam Lawson in second doesn't decrease too much. Still 35% left on those tyres. It seems to be maintaining around about an 11-second gap to Lawson, although it is dropping around about a second a lap. 5 laps to go. We may be sticking back up to neutral. So time is coming down, and White dealing with back markers at the moment. 25% left on those tyres. He's probably got enough time to get in and out of the pits for a quick change as he works his way through the lap traffic. Beckman in third. Dilemma. Beckman has got spare fuel. Much. We're going to stick him in high engine mode. Beckman's reporting an issue. Slowing down. And Jack White is really struggling at the front. Still 9 seconds in front. Onto his last lap. Complaining of low fuel. We're going to drop him down on tyres as well. Beckman also is just about going to make it to the line, and does. So White wins, 6 wins out of 6. Beckman third. It's quite a close finish at the end. 3% left on those tyres of Jack White. His car is absolutely knackered. 10% condition. But SwitchedOn Racing take the team championship, Jack White the drivers championship. Dominant season in their debut from SwitchedOn Racing, and then great pit stop performance there. White getting 7 laps out of those hyper softs, and Beckman managing to go a couple of extra laps on those ultras. So Beckman in third, good podium for him. Lawson second, and Jack White takes the title with that race win, and comfortable win at the top for SwitchedOn Racing. 6 wins out of 6, 7 podiums across those 6 races. Beckman finishing 8th. Our old driver, where has he gone? Takuma Ito, now Art GP, down in 15th. But I'd like to think we gave him a leg up. But Beckman on 45 points. He'll be next season's. Well, he'll be with us next season. Maybe he'll be number 1 driver. I don't know. Probably looking for some more experience. But Jack White departs with 150 points. Tremendous effort across the board from everyone. That puts us into Formula 2 with SwitchedOn Racing. Let's have a look at the other championships. Of course, if you remember, we've got kart and Formula 1 set up, and Sebastian Vettel, takes the British Grand Prix in front of Max Verstappen, and Lewis Hamilton will be disappointed to finish 3rd at his home Grand Prix. Ricardo Leclerc and Valtteri Bottas rounding off the top 6. Haven't actually altered the spelling of Daniel Ricciardo there, was pointed out in the comments by somebody, so I'll have to have a check of that terrible spelling of Daniel Ricciardo. So Mercedes head the Formula 1 Constructors' Championships from Ferrari and Red Bull, and Hamilton still fairly comfortable at the top of the table. And let's have a quick look at the IndyCar state of the IndyCar at the moment. So the race from Doha, they really are going international at the moment. Wheel power from Joseph Newgarden in a Penske 1-2, and Felix Rosenqvist takes the 3rd spot from Rossi, who's having a tremendous season in real life. And Marcus Harrison and Scott Dixon rounding off the top 6. There's some weird spellings, weird ordering of these names, like James Hinchcliffe there. Let's come out as Hinchcliffe James. There is another driver, I think this is one, Spencer Piggott, comes out as Piggott Spencer. Not sure why some of these names are back to front. There must be a little bug there. Might look into that more and get back to the developers on that. So anyway, that race is over, and the team's Penske, as you'd expect, clear at the top from Chip Ganassi and Andretti. The Drivers' Championships is Will Power and Scott Dixon lead the way from Rossi, Newgarden, Rosenqvist and Ericsson. And Jack White, for all the good it's going to do us, it'll be his new team that benefits from the in the zone trait. And there he is tweeting out his win, champion, excellent stuff. And we get an improvement point for Beckman. Finances are all sorted out. So let's have a quick final look. So we finished the transportation link at Taranto Dockyard. So we'll be looking for a new transportation hub. Probably look at that in the next video. Headquarters complete, the design centre. So team leaders available in part development, and they provide leadership bonuses and comply aero, mechanical or drivability tokens. So there's some confirmations out that the headquarters have been upgraded. And again, we'll have a look at the tech tree in the next video. And here is the final screen of the season. Let's go on to the end season, where I believe we get driver awards, and chance to vote on new rules for next season. Don't know if that'll be now or a bit later on in the pre-season. And there we go, World Sports Network confirming SwitchedOn Racing as the champions. So here is this like a progress tree of pre-season, and that's the prize money confirmation. So 11 million, lovely cash in the bank for SwitchedOn. The official awards. Let's take a little picture of that for prosperity. See if we can get a nicer picture with the cup facing us. There we go. And there we go. Team championship as well. And again, we'll take a little picture of that. Oh, sweet check. $11 million in the bank. And that will go a long way towards next season. So the end of season awards. Driver of the season, Pedro Piquet, because finishing 7th. Okay, whatever. Team of the season, SwitchedOn Racing, expected to finish 4th, but of course we took 1st and get £100,000. Let's have a look at some of the other awards. So driver of the year in Formula 1 was Max Verstappen, finishing 3rd, and Mercedes, they are taking the team award. Lovely looking car there. I really like editing these cars in. It's just such a shame that they don't apply it to all saves. I really hope that can be added, but anyway, really nice looking realistic car there. And IndyCar, Felix Rosenqvist, driver of the season, And team of the season, Andretti, finishing second there. So quite surprising. Thought it would have been Penske, but then that would have been the obvious choice. So Pedro Piquet hitting the champagne for getting driver of the season. And we get another 100 grand in the bank for being team of the season. So new team joining Thornton. Well-backed team. Would I be able to take down SwitchedOn Racing? SwitchedOn Racing. Well, probably won't, because we'll be moving up to Formula 2. So here we go. So we've now unlocked this championship. 8 races, 10 teams, no refueling and 2 spec parts, compared to what we've just raced. 6 races, 10 teams, no refueling and 3 spec parts. So we get to work on our own, an extra part of our own. And there's 2 extra races. And we need to finish 3rd or above. And then we'll be able to move up to IndyCar, and that'll be exciting. But for now, we're going to join the European Racing Series, which I'm actually going to edit in to be Formula 2. Haven't done that yet. And we get an extra $1 million for being promoted. Very nice too. And we're moving up to Formula 2. So I'm going to work on some edits for Formula 2, like I did with IndyCar and Formula 1. And Formula 3, of course, the series that we were in. So here we are. We're voting for 2 tyre compounds. There are 2 driver tyre compounds for the teams to choose from, keeping strategic options simple. The upcoming vote for the ERS is 2 tyre compounds. This will set the total number of tyre compounds available in a race to 2. And it's good for teams with high tyre wear and bad for teams with low tyre wear. So we get a choice of where to vote. We can vote against or for. We can abstain if we spend 10 influence. But I quite like having 3 tyre compounds, so I'm going to vote against that proposal. So let's have a count up of the votes. Now every team gets a vote, of course, and it looks like nobody's in agreement, and that has been rejected, or in a big way. So we get the chance to edit the rules. A lot of rules here, and this is another really good thing. And again, a slightly confusing thing about Motorsport Manager is, it's not quite as deep sim-wise in the races, but you get all these options to tinker around with, and you can really make a series your own. Like IndyCar, when we get there, we'll probably have a little look at it and change some of the features here. Because they've got push to pass in IndyCar. So kind of like ERS. No ERS in this series, of course. So I think rather than diving in now, we will just leave that as it is. And move on to driver negotiations. So David Beckman has an offer from Predator Racing Group. Going to offer $3.2 million for David Beckman. And we've started developing this young lad, and he proved in that Monaco Grand Prix that he has got the quality. So we're going to reject that, and we're going to stick with Beckman for next season. Still not sure what the plans are with Jack White, because as far as I was concerned, he wants to leave. So he is still going to be leaving at the end of this season. So we definitely need a new driver. So this is interesting now. We moved up to Formula 2, and our car is one of the worst on the grid. Car 1 is 20th on the grid. Car 2 is 19th on the grid. So work to do in this new championship. Assume we'll be getting a new car. We've got driver activity happening down here. So Ryan Hunter-Ray retired from Andretti. Takuma Sato retiring from Rahal Letterman. Power is retired. Looks like Alexander Rossi has moved to Penske. Nice. I'm loving these little moves. Rosenqvist has replaced Rossi at Andretti. And El Sadat has replaced Rosenqvist at Chip Ganassi. So lots of moving in IndyCar. Some more moving. Any Formula 1 changes yet? Not yet. Tony Kanaan finally retires about the age of 72. So yeah, that's interesting. Like that, sort of like a update of driver moves. That's cool. But I think I'm going to call an end to this video. Plenty got through there, and plenty more to come. We're going to keep this series going for as long as we can, because quite a lot of people seem to enjoy it. I enjoy making these videos, so let's carry them on into the next season, into Formula 2. Plenty of money to spend and plenty of work to do with that car being rated one of the worst on the grid. We've also got our best driver leaving, and our young driver is being headhunted by bigger teams. So lots and lots going on at SwitchedOn Racing. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you like these videos and want to see more, and I will check you out in the next video. Try and get another one of these up sometime this week if I can. As I say, I've got a few reviews going up this week on Thursday and Friday, but hopefully sometime over the Easter holiday I'll get another video of SwitchedOn Racing up. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers guys, bye.